All right, so can you actually make money online? I mean, it feels like everybody's got a side hustle these days, right?
Yeah.
Promising, all the secrets to internet riches,
Right.
but,
Hmm.
is it all just smoke and mirrors?
Yeah.
So you share this YouTube video,
Yeah.
and it's called Earn $500 per day to copy and paste motivational videos on YouTube.
Mm.
Full tutorial
Mm.
from this channel called Journey with the Hintons.
Right.
And
Yeah.
even I was curious.
Yeah,
All right, wait.
the allure of easy money online is incredibly strong,
Yeah.
especially when someone lays out what seems to be a simple formula.
Mm.
And this particular YouTuber claims you can rake in serious cash just by creating motivational videos
Uh-huh.
using only free content.
No cameras, no voiceovers,
Yeah.
just copying and pasting.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds almost too good to be true, right?
It does.
So walk me through this method. What's the magic formula here?
Well, the YouTuber breaks it down into a three-step process. Okay. First, they recommend sourcing free visuals and images from Pexels, which is a website that offers royalty-free content.
So that sounds straightforward enough.
Yeah.
But I was wondering about that royalty-free
Right.
gets thrown around a lot.
Right.
But does it really mean
Mhm.
you can just use anything you find online? Like willy-nilly?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Royalty-free doesn't automatically mean free to use however you want.
Okay.
Pexels, for example, uses the Creative Commons license,
Right.
which has different levels of permission.
Uh-huh.
So some require attribution,
Okay.
some allow commercial use, and others might have specific restrictions.
Gotcha.
So it's crucial to check the license for each image or video that you use.
So there's definitely some homework involved
Yeah.
before you even start creating.
really?
Now, what about the audio side of things?
Okay.
Where does this free music come from?
So the YouTuber suggests two main sources for music.
Okay.
YouTube's audio library, which offers a selection of free tracks,
Okay.
and Epidemic Sound, which is a paid subscription service
Right.
with a broader range of higher quality music.
Yeah.
So this kind of highlights a common dilemma
Right.
for online creators,
Totally.
balancing cost with quality.
That's so true. You often get what you pay for.
Right.
But when you're starting out,
Mm-hmm.
those paid subscriptions can feel like a big investment.
Yeah.
What's the YouTuber's take on that?
So they acknowledge that free options are a good starting point,
Okay.
but also emphasize that investing in higher quality music can elevate your videos
Uh-huh.
and make them more appealing to viewers.
Right.
So ultimately, it's a strategic decision
Okay.
based on your budget and your long-term goals.
Okay, so we've got the visuals and the music sorted.
Yeah.
What about the motivational message itself?
Okay.
Do you need to be like a gifted orator
Yeah.
to make these videos work?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
The YouTuber actually recommends skipping recording original voiceovers altogether
Oh, wow.
and instead sourcing public domain audiobooks from the Internet Archive. They specifically suggest focusing on positive affirmations,
Okay.
which they claim are a popular trend on YouTube right now.
So tapping into what's already resonating with audiences.
Yeah.
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes you wonder,
Yeah.
is this whole method just riding a fleeting trend wave?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like what happens when the internet moves on to the next big thing?
That's a crucial point to consider.
Yeah.
Building a sustainable online business requires more than just chasing trends.
Right.
It's about creating something valuable that can stand the test of time.
Something that people will actually want to watch and engage with.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even when the hype dies down.
Right.
So let's say you've gathered all your free content,
Okay.
visuals, music,
Mm-hmm.
and a motivational audiobook.
Oh, yeah.
What's the next step?
Now it's time for the editing magic.
All right.
The YouTuber walks through their editing process using Final Cut Pro,
Right.
but they also recommend free and lower cost alternatives like DaVinci Resolve for those who don't use Macs.
That's good that they acknowledge not everyone has
Right.
access to the same tools.
Yeah.
What are some of the key editing tips they emphasize?
They stress the importance of pacing,
Okay.
keeping the visuals dynamic and engaging,
Mhm.
ensuring the audio levels are balanced,
Yeah.
and essentially creating a polished viewing experience,
Mhm.
even with free content.
So it's not just slapping together
Right.
random clips and calling it a day.
It's not.
There's still a level of craft involved to make it work.
There is.
What about the actual content of the video? Any specific strategies there?
The YouTuber is all about strategic titling and keyword research.
Okay.
They urge creators to analyze what's already popular in the motivational niche and tailor their titles to attract viewers searching for that content.
So it's all about playing that YouTube algorithm game, right?
Exactly.
Getting those eyeballs on your videos.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they also remind viewers of the platform's monetization requirements.
Right.
1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah.
That's a significant hurdle to overcome before you can even start earning money from your videos.
Wow. So there's a lot more to it
There is.
than just churning out content.
It's not a simple process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need an audience.
Yeah.
You need watch time.
Right.
And you need to understand how the platform works.
You do.
Yeah. This is where the easy money narrative starts to unravel a bit.
It does.
Definitely. And speaking of money,
Yes.
the YouTuber claims these motivational videos can earn $300 to $500 or more per day,
Right.
citing data from Social Blade,
Mm-hmm.
but also acknowledging that it often underestimates earnings.
Right.
Is that realistic? What's your take on that?
Well, it's important to remember that Social Blade provides estimates, and income from online content creation is rarely consistent or predictable. It can fluctuate wildly depending on a number of factors, including algorithm changes, audience engagement, and the overall competition in your niche.
So while those earning claims might be enticing,
Yeah.
they're not necessarily the norm,
Yeah.
especially for someone just starting out.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's important to approach this with realistic expectations.
It is.
All right. So we've covered the method, the tools, the platform dynamics,
Mm-hmm.
but you mentioned earlier that there's more to building a sustainable online business
Right.
than just the technical steps.
Absolutely.
What are some of the other crucial factors we need to consider?
Well, a major one is the legal and ethical implications
Okay.
of using free content.
Okay, let's dive into that. What are some potential pitfalls
Okay.
that people might overlook when using free content?
One common mistake is assuming that just because something's available for free online,
Mm-hmm.
it's automatically free to use for any purpose.
So even with royalty-free content,
Yes,
there can be limitations and restrictions.
there can.
Exactly. And even if something is labeled for commercial use,
Right.
there might be specific attribution requirements
There might.
that creators need to be aware of.
Exactly.
All right. So we've established that free doesn't always mean free for all.
Right.
What are some of the potential consequences of misusing content?
Okay.
Could you actually get into legal trouble?
Absolutely. Copyright infringement is a serious issue.
Okay.
And using someone else's work without permission,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's unintentional,
Mm-hmm.
can lead to legal action takedown notices
Oh, no.
or even financial penalties.
Yikes. That's
Yeah.
definitely not something you want to mess around with.
No.
So what are some best practices
Okay.
for ensuring you're using content legally and ethically?
First and foremost, always check the license of any content you're using.
Okay.
Don't just assume it's free to use.
So due diligence is key.
Yes.
What else should creators keep in mind?
When in doubt, err on the side of caution.
Okay.
If you're unsure about the usage rights for a particular piece of content,
Mm-hmm.
it's better to find an alternative or seek legal advice.
That's sound advice.
Yeah.
So it seems like navigating the world of free content
Yeah.
can be a bit of a minefield.
It can be, but with a little knowledge and careful attention to detail,
Uh-huh.
it's definitely possible to use free resources legally and ethically.
All right, that's reassuring.
Yeah,
So we've tackled the technical steps and the legal considerations.
we have.
But what about the bigger picture of making money online?
Okay.
Is this copy and paste method
Right.
a viable path to success?
That's a question we'll delve into further in the next part of our deep dive.
Okay.
But for now,
Right.
I think it's important to remember that building a sustainable online business
Mm-hmm.
requires more than just following a formula.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What are some of the other elements that come into play?
Well, one crucial aspect is understanding your audience and their needs.
Right? It's not just about creating content in a vacuum.
Yeah.
You need to connect with real people
You do.
who are interested in what you have to offer.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that requires thinking about your niche,
Right.
your brand, and the value you're providing to your audience.
Absolutely.
Right? Those are some great points to ponder.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this first part of our deep dive,
Okay.
what's one key takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with?
I'd say while this YouTuber's method might seem enticing, it's important to approach it with a critical eye and a healthy dose of skepticism.
Don't fall for the easy money trap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Building a successful online business takes time, effort, and a deep understanding of the landscape.
Right.
And that's something we'll continue to explore in the next part of our deep dive.
Great. Well, this has already given me a lot to think about.
Good.
And for you, dear listener, we've only just scratched the surface. We'll be back soon with part 2, where we'll delve deeper into the viability of this method and explore the bigger picture of making money online. Welcome back.
All right, so
We've been kind of dissecting this copy and paste method for making money with motivational videos.
right. And in the last part, we uncovered some potential legal pitfalls
Right.
with using free content.
Mhm.
And we kind of started questioning
Yeah.
if this approach is truly sustainable.
Exactly.
Right.
And that brings us to, I think, a really critical question.
Okay.
Can you really make money online by just copying and pasting?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
This YouTuber claims you can rake in $300 to $500 or more per day.
Right.
But we know those figures can be misleading.
They can be.
So what's a more realistic outlook
Okay.
for someone starting out with this kind of method?
Well, first they need to understand that building an audience takes time.
Okay.
Reaching that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours required for monetization on YouTube
Right.
doesn't happen overnight.
And even then, you're not guaranteed a steady income stream.
Correct. Earnings fluctuate.
Yeah. Depending on a multitude of factors,
Okay.
ad revenue, audience engagement,
Yeah.
the ever-changing algorithms of the platform, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme by any means.
So it's more of a marathon than a sprint.
It is.
What are some other crucial factors that might determine success or failure in this online world?
One that's often overlooked is the competitive landscape.
Okay.
The motivational video niche, while popular, is also incredibly crowded.
So how do you stand out from the crowd if everyone's using the same copy and paste approach?
Right.
How do you make your videos unique and engaging?
That's where creativity and strategic thinking come in.
Yeah.
You might start with free content, but you need to go beyond simply assembling pre-existing elements.
So it's about adding your own personal touch,
Right.
your own perspective, your own
Yes.
style.
Exactly. You need to think about what value you're bringing to the table.
Okay.
What makes your content different
Right.
from all the other motivational videos out there?
It's about offering something unique,
Yes.
something that resonates
Mm-hmm.
with your target audience.
Precisely. And that takes effort, thoughtfulness,
Okay.
and a genuine passion for what you're creating.
It sounds like this copy and paste method,
Yeah.
while perhaps a starting point,
Yeah.
isn't a sustainable long-term strategy.
I would agree with that. To build a lasting online presence,
Yeah.
you need to evolve beyond simply repurposing existing content.
Okay, so let's say our listener is ready to move beyond the copy and paste approach.
Okay.
What are some alternative ways to make money online that might offer more sustainability and growth potential?
There are countless possibilities. It really depends on their skills, interests, and willingness to put in the work.
So it's about finding something that aligns with their passions and their talents.
Absolutely. Some popular options include building a niche website or blog,
Okay.
creating and selling online courses,
Okay.
or offering freelance services.
And each of these options requires its own set of skills and knowledge.
Right. Of course. Building a successful online business isn't about finding a shortcut or a magic formula.
Right.
It's about developing valuable skills, understanding your target market, and providing a product or service that people truly need or want.
It sounds like the key takeaway here is that making money online is possible,
It is.
but it's not about chasing easy money schemes.
Exactly. It's about building something valuable,
Right.
providing genuine value,
Okay.
and approaching it with a long-term mindset.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a message I think a lot of people need to hear.
I think so too.
So we've debunked the myth of effortless online riches.
Yeah.
We've explored the legal complexities of free content.
Mm-hmm.
And we've highlighted the importance of building something sustainable.
We have.
What's the next layer we need to peel back in this deep dive?
Okay. Let's shift our focus to the individual behind this YouTube tutorial.
Okay.
We've analyzed their method, but what can we learn from their motivations and their entrepreneurial journey?
Okay, let's get into that. What can we glean from the journey with the Hintons and their pursuit of online income? All right, welcome back to the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We've been analyzing this copy and paste method for creating motivational videos. And let's be honest, it's raised more questions than it's answered.
It has. It definitely highlights the complexities of the online world.
Right.
And the allure of quick riches.
Yeah. But beyond the technicalities and the earning claims, there's a human element here that I find really fascinating.
Yeah.
We've talked about the method, the platform, the competition.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the person behind it all?
Right.
This YouTuber journey with the Hintons clearly has an entrepreneurial spirit,
Yeah.
a drive to make money online. What can we learn from their journey?
I think it speaks to a larger trend, this desire for more control over our work and our income.
Right.
The internet has opened up so many possibilities for individuals to become creators, entrepreneurs, build their own businesses.
The whole creator economy phenomenon,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's empowering, but also a bit daunting when you consider the sheer volume of content out there.
Absolutely. And while this YouTuber's approach might not be the most sustainable long-term strategy,
Yeah.
I think it's important to recognize the initiative and the drive it takes to put yourself out there, to experiment and to try to carve out your own space online.
So even if their method isn't the secret to overnight success,
Right.
there's still something to be admired
Yeah,
in their hustle and their willingness to try something different.
exactly. It's a reminder that anyone can potentially create and share content online, build an audience, and even generate income.
Right.
Of course, success isn't guaranteed,
Yeah.
but the opportunity is there.
That's what makes the online world so exciting, right?
Yeah,
It's a level playing field in many ways.
it is.
You don't need a fancy degree or years of experience to get started.
Precisely. And this YouTuber, regardless of the long-term viability of their specific method, embodies that entrepreneurial spirit that drives so many people to explore the online world.
It's that spark of possibility.
Yeah.
That hope that maybe, just maybe,
Mm-hmm.
you can create something that resonates,
Yeah.
build a community,
Uh-huh.
and achieve a level of freedom and flexibility
Mm-hmm.
that traditional employment often lacks.
Exactly. And while it's crucial to be realistic about the challenges and the competition,
Right.
it's also important to celebrate that spirit of innovation
Okay.
and the courage it takes to put your ideas out there.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of making money online,
Okay.
what's the one message you want our listener to walk away with?
I'd say be inspired by the possibilities, but approach them with a critical mind and a healthy dose of skepticism.
Okay.
Don't get caught up in the hype of quick riches or fall for easy money schemes.
Right. It's about doing your research,
Yeah.
understanding the landscape,
Right.
and finding what genuinely aligns with your skills, your passions, and your values.
Exactly. And remember, success in the online world, just like in any other field, requires hard work, persistence, and a willingness to adapt and evolve.
Well said. This deep dive has been incredibly insightful,
Yeah,
and I think we've uncovered some valuable lessons about the realities of making money online.
absolutely. And for you, dear listener,
Yeah.
I hope this has given you a more nuanced understanding of this complex world and perhaps sparked some ideas for your own online journey.
That's what the deep dive is all about. So until next time,
Yes.
keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep into this fascinating world of information that surrounds us.